right? I want people to know that there is a debate club out there, and I'm trying to bring it back.
Robin Williams. What kept you going? Like, why did you want to keep going to the debate club despite not having other people's support?
It's what I believe in.
TJ, how you been?
Doing good, man.
Doing good.
How about you?
I'm doing good as well.
All right.
So, I listened to your speech yesterday, full of emotion.
Let people know that we exist, that I'm not going down without a fight. I'm going to try to bring it back as long as I'm here.
You're trying to prove something?
Yeah, it was a message. Like I did it for like my personal reason, but also, right, I want people to know that there is a debate club out there, and I'm trying to bring it back.
May I know why? Why do you want to bring it back? Isn't it?
Because it's so important.
It's important to you.
You want me to go into why it is so important?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay. So for myself, it's memories.
Memories.
It's the memories of all the people that I've met during my time in ABAC. It's the memories of all the competitions that I've gone to, all the emotions that went into it. It is personal also because I believe in the power of speech, right? So the power of public speaking and the right of people to be heard, the right of people to be able to put themselves out there in, in society, in the public, to speak their mind. And I believe in that. So that's why it is so important that ABAC must have a debate club. That's why I want to
back life. What about you? What are you trying to prove?
Prove to
bring
people?
back the debate club, to bring people up. What message do you want to bring to people? Like you said, you're having a voice, putting out your own opinion, being heard. What do you want to be heard for?
Interesting question.
Right. I wanted to ask you this for a long time because I've been seeing you wanted to bring back the debate club for this.
I keep saying that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Why though? It's good that you want to bring people up, like you want people's voice to be heard. But first, why do you want your voice to be heard?
Why do I want my voice to be heard?
Yeah. What do you want people to know about TJ saying this and that?
I don't know. It's a long way coming.
Right?
Yeah, like it's just who I am, I guess.
It's just who you are, right? Then we shall transition this into.
Okay, we shall transition into talking about myself.
Yeah, into talking about yourself. Where do you come from, TJ?
Would it be okay if I say I come from the earth? No, it's really because
Okay.
I don't feel like my nationality should be a part of this. So
All right.
let's just say that I am an international student in ABAC. So in that context, right, it is important that international students have a space to hang out, to form an association, a community.
Okay.
Because we have so little activities for international students.
Exactly. I
in
agree
ABAC.
on that. Yeah.
Yeah, like the school doesn't really support us, like they do, but to a very, very limited extent, not to the extent that they would put into, say, other clubs that operate mostly in Thai, and it is very difficult for like someone who is not Thai, who doesn't speak Thai, to join. And
Do you speak Thai?
No, I don't.
You know.
Yeah, you too, right?
I speak Thai.
So wait, you do?
Yeah.
Like fluent?
No, not fluent, but intermediate.
So you can join like clubs and you can,
I could join
get
a
along.
club, but
So-
I was just lazy, so I
Okay.
didn't join them.
But have you joined like any
In my first or second year, I joined a few like AP clubs,
AP? What is AP?
the Arts and Performance, I think. Artists and
Okay.
Performance Club. And ISEC, Isaac Club.
Isaac.
They
Well,
speak
Isaac
Thai.
is, yeah, but like
International.
mainly it's in English though.
Yeah,
But how does it feel to be in a club that doesn't speak English?
some way it forces you to learn Thai.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it forces you to understand what are they saying.
Okay.
Anyway, about you.
Yeah, I agree with that. So, but still, right? Like, we should have as much space for international students as possible. And when I came here as a freshman, yeah, I didn't have many options. Debate is one of them. So that's why it really hurt me that the club died. So yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Let's try to break it down for a bit.
Okay,
You
let's
said
break it down.
do you want to talk about your life in school when you were in primary,
Sure,
secondary
sure.
school? Who is?
Are we going all the way back?
Yeah. We're trying to understand who TJ is.
Okay,
right?
okay, let's do it.
So, for example, me, in your primary school, who is TJ? If I go up to say, hey,
That
my
was
name
a
is
long time ago. man.
Yeah, my name is Victor. What's your name, TJ?
I was a shy kid. Like I didn't. Yeah, like I was not a social kid.
Mhm.
Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah, I would just go to class, and it was not that extraordinary. I didn't have much chance to be someone during that time,
Mhm.
because mostly I was just following what
Okay.
the school told me to do. Yeah, so I did not really have a voice for myself, like from primary throughout up until like middle school. When I went to high school, it was better because I met some really great people in my life, and they inspire me to believe in myself, to have my own opinions and beliefs about this world. And yeah, I guess that's where it started.
Can you name one person that you remember?
One person,
Yeah.
my high school teacher.
Mhm.
I can name two actually because I don't want to, favor
All
one
right.
over the other.
Two then.
Yeah, Mr. of Women and
Mr.
Mr.
Off woman.
Greg Dolezal.
Okay.
Yeah, they were great teachers. They were teaching me English
Okay.
and other subjects.
So
yeah.
Miss Oak, right? Miss Oak.
Mr. Oaf.
Mr. Oaf is
Well,
teach-
we call him teacher, so teacher Oaf.
teacher Oaf taught you English,
Yes,
and then Mrs.
Mr. Greg Dolezal. Teacher Greg.
Teacher Greg Dolezal also teaches you English.
Yeah.
Okay. And what impact?
So yeah, like so one thing, for example, teacher Oaf was teaching me this very important thing that
Mhm.
when you look at, say, a book,
Mhm.
when you read a textbook, and you see a word that you do not understand, and you would not be able to grasp like the context of that subject, right?
Yeah.
So you need to look at the definition, and it's not enough that you look at somebody else's definitions. You have to do it your way. You have to define that term
Mm-hmm.
your way, and that
Mhm.
was something really revolutionary to me,
Okay.
because for the first time in my life I could define things. I could look at things and I can say, I can put it in my way.
That was in high school, right?
Yes.
And that I suppose that is where you got your English accent.
Yeah.
Your American accent. You studied in
It's-
international.
I don't know if
school?
it's American. Like, I would say it's a neutral accent.
Neutral
Like
accent.
when you listen to it, you don't really know where I'm from.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I do get inspired a lot by American movies and media. So, yeah,
What was your favorite movie then?
Dead Poet Society.
That what?
Dead Poet Society.
Dead Poet Society. Never watched it before.
You should see it, man. What are you doing?
Okay, what
What's
about
the point
that?
of living without watching great movies?
Well, what about that movie that has made an impact
Well,
in your life?
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams.
That should be enough.
Okay,
right?
Robin Williams. Okay.
Yeah, Robin Williams is
Okay.
the greatest.
In fact,
You have
yeah,
a book about him?
Yeah.
Damn.
Robin Williams. Robin Williams.
Robin Williams.
Okay, we'll put him right here.
Awesome.
Right. What about him?
In that movie, he played a poetry teacher that inspired many of his students to look at things in a different way, to not only read poetry but appreciate it. Right. Yeah, and it changed the way that I look at literature and the way I see the world, because that movie was, the message of that movie is you should seize the day. So you've heard the term carpe diem, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's popularized by that movie. Yeah, the point is to live through today without any regrets. So, from moment that you wake up to the moment that you go to sleep. When you go to sleep, you would feel satisfied that you have done your best and that it was a great day.
Okay. Thank you, Robin Williams. Now,
So I guess that's what I'm doing right now. I'm seizing the day by, coming here and making this video. Like, even though I know that I'm not a great speaker compared to many people, I don't know if I'm charismatic enough to convince people that this is a great idea, that they should believe in me.
Well,
But-
you have a very convincing voice.
Do I?
Very, how do you say?
Thanks, man.
When you have you ever heard people say that often leaders are the people who have a very low bass voice and they speak with a very
Really?
stable,
Really?
mature tone. And then you have that,
Ah, okay. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
like Barack Obama.
Right.
All right. After high school, what else did you do?
College. Way
College.
back.
You came to Thailand right away.
Yeah.
Why did you choose Thailand?
Well, it was a convenient decision,
Mm-hmm.
mostly.
Was Thailand on your mind already since you're in high school?
I was pitching between Thailand and Malaysia.
Okay, Malaysia. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Malaysia has some really good universities and like international programs.
For example, do you still remember them?
No,
No.
I wasn't really looking much into the options because, like, my mind was already set on Thailand.
Okay.
Yeah, like my principal had a connection with the school, so she was able to get me like a 50% scholarship.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it kind of convinced me to follow with
In
that.
ABAC, 50% scholarship.
50%. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. That's why I came here.
Do you still have the scholarship now?
No, it's gone.
gone.
It's been too long.
For how long?
Valid. I think they cover for about like 4 years.
Okay. But you've
And
exceeded.
yeah,
the-
like I've exceeded my years in APEC.
Okay. Since we're in
Yeah.
ABAC already, talking about your first year in ABAC.
My first
Did
year
you
in
join
APEC.
like debate right after you joined?
I joined right away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I was like in the speech yesterday. I was walking around campus looking for something to do. I was new to curious about because of all the new things around me, new people, new environment. And yeah, I came up. That was when I met John, and he told me to come and check out what
Okay.
this club is all about. And so I was like, oh, okay, let's do it. I was actually I was also looking into Toastmaster at the time.
Okay.
But then I decided that I had enough of public speaking. I wanted to try something else. That's when I went to the first meeting, and I was impressed by all of those people. So John, Yuma, Abby, yeah, they were the first people that I met in the club.
Like the first photo that you showed that has 4 people, right? You included?
No, that was after.
Okay, that was after.
Yeah, it was the photo after
one,
that.
Jazz was in the photo.
No, yeah, that was after, like
Okay.
December in Kuala Lumpur.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yeah, it was the photo after that. Remember the one with where John was holding like the banner, like the Sunshine Debate Nation.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, they were the first people who welcomed me to the club, and yeah, I respected them a lot. They were great speakers, confident people, and they inspired me to look up to them, to pursue debate, to become a better speaker, a better debater, and yeah, it was a defining moment in ABAC for me because, you know, let's just be honest that I'm not really into studying here that much, right? Like, I'm not fond of all the subjects that I have to take. So to be able to find something to do that is in line with my values and what I'm interested in, yeah, that was amazing.
Do you still remember the first day you joined the club? That you went to the club?
The first day?
The first day. What did you guys do?
The first day...
Did you guys went into debate mode right away?
No, they were easing us into it.
Okay, alright.
No, because, you know, to be honest, like, debate is quite... It could be shocking if, you know, if you're not ready for that.
I've been there.
So, yeah, they were just doing, like, ice-breaking activities. And
John was
in one activities, they told everyone to come up and make, like, a short speech for about, like, 30 seconds. Yeah, and then I came up, I volunteered to speak, and it was a glorious moment because...
Do you still remember what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, what did you
No,
say?
the question was, if Jesus went back to life, what would you ask him to do?
Okay. Interesting question.
Interesting, right?
Very interesting. Okay, what did you say?
I mean, in my mind, I was like, why does it have to be Jesus? Why not somebody else? But yeah, like I said, well, let's see if I can remember it. I don't really remember what I said, but it was pretty passionate. Like, I really believed in it.
Like the energy that you gave out yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like...
I'm not going down without a fight.
Yes. Something like that. Yeah, I can't remember now.
Interesting. What about your first debate?
That was like 5 years ago, man.
5 years ago. You're still young.
Yeah.
What about your first debate?
My first debate...
In ABAC.
In ABAC. So not like international, right?
No,
in ABAC.
Yeah, just in ABAC.
Practice or tournament?
Practice.
Practice. Okay. Yeah, I remember. We were teaming up. The surprising thing was a lot of people came on the first day.
Okay.
For the first meeting, so like 30 people came. But on that practice day, there were maybe like 10. So yeah, that's the way things go around here in ABAC.
Yeah.
Every club, you just have to put up with it. So yeah, we were teaming up, and what was the topic that we were talking about? I don't know.
Yeah, you don't have to remember.
I remember I mentioned Hitler.
You mentioned Hitler.
And the Third Reich.
In the third what?
The Third Reich.
Okay.
Yeah, the Nazis.
Okay.
That's what the only thing I remember, because yeah, I was going up and I was doing pretty well, I guess. Well, they said I did well, but I was not meeting the time management needed.
Were you excited?
But still,
to voice your opinion about what you know about
yeah, my
those
first
topics.
time, you know, behind the podium. Just,
First time, really?
Yeah, first
in
time. In
ABAC was your first time in your life to speak
in
like
my,
that?
well, not the first time in my life.
Okay. First time in
First
ABAC?
time in my life, well, that's another story.
Okay, alright.
I was speaking at the school at the time,
Mm-hmm.
like in front of the school, and yeah, another story. But
Okay.
that time it was great. Yeah, I was teaming up with John, and yeah, I was seeing how these people debate. I was impressed, man. Holy shit,
Really?
They were good. They were good.
By what sense? The way they speak?
The way they speak, their logic, their reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They just managed to put words out into such a very systematic form that you could understand.
Exactly,
something like
exactly.
that. Okay.
Yeah, and in my mind, I was like, I want it to be like that too. I wanted to be able to speak like they do.
Do you think you have achieved that?
In a way, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Comparing you now than you 5 years ago.
obviously,
Obviously. Yeah.
obviously.
That's
But
the
I have a
big
long way
question.
to go.
Yeah.
I have a long way to go. The thing is, you can never be. You can never be good, you know, because there's always someone out there who is better than you.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
The most important thing that you have to be is better than yourself yesterday.
right.
Right.
What I'm trying to say is like, just when you thought that you're good, and that you have climbed on top of the world or something, there is somebody out there who would do it better than you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's a never-ending process.
That's good. All right. And then you went on to a competition.
Yeah, the first competition was in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
You mentioned yesterday about
Yeah.
the ICC stuff, right?
The
was there?
International Criminal Court.
It was at Kuala Lumpur.
Yep.
Okay, tell us more about that. What
What do you
happened
wanna
there? What was the
You,
speech
you
like?
want me to start from the beginning? Like,
Yeah.
when we
What was
came
the
to
speech
country?
like? What made you wanted to talk about the ICC stuff?
It was the topic. We have to talk about it. There's
Okay.
no
What was the topic
around it. The topic was, this house believes that the ICC should prosecute Bush and Obama.
Okay. You mentioned you gave like a 7-minute speech on the stage, correct?
There were like 8 speakers in that room, so 4 people went first. Yeah. Like, I have to mention what they say first, because what I say had nothing to do with the topic.
Mhm.
It was like I was not even in the conversation. Yeah, like, I was so shocked. Like, I was just sitting there, because I had no idea what the ICC was
At that time.
at the time, so I was just listening to them, right, hoping that I could gain some information. And yeah, like I did. Yeah, I did find out what the point of the topic, so I could come up with some ideas. But yeah, like there were many essential arguments to the topic that I was not able to understand at the time.
How old were you when you were there?
I was 17.
7.
No, wait, hold on. It was December 18. I just turned 18.
Turned 18. Wow.
Yeah.
Talking about ICC at 18 years old.
No, I mean, those guys were
Interesting.
probably about the same age as mine, but yeah, like, we're talking about ABAC level and like Australian Harvard level. Yeah.
And then you mentioned about after you gave that speech, somebody came after you
Yeah.
from Norway?
It was either New Zealand or Australia.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, what did he say? What did he say?
I honestly cannot remember now, but whatever they said, they said it was better than mine. Because all I had in mind was that, yeah, like, it makes sense, because Bush and Obama did some terrible things. That is why it is the purpose of the International Criminal Court, to prosecute those people and bring justice, whatever, it's common sense. Like, all I had was common sense. But yeah, they brought out like other nuances, like, oh, the ICC doesn't have jurisdiction in the United States, that's why they cannot do it. Yeah. So we lost badly at that tournament. So it was not just my team, but it was also Angeli and Alvin.
Okay.
Yeah, like, our teams were at like the bottom of the ranking, and I was the worst. I was the worst speaker in that tournament. My first time debating in a tournament, and I was the worst. Imagine that. Imagine that.
I don't know what to say. Okay.
Yeah.
And then how did you progress from there?
How did I progress?
Did you mentioned that you kept on going to debate
I went to
competition.
many other tournaments.
Yeah. Despite
Um,
people leaving the club, right?
Mm.
What kept you going? Like, why did you wanted to keep going to the debate club despite not having other people's support?
It's what I believe in.
Do you think that I don't care about other people? I just want, if I believe this debate club is good enough, I would rather stand on myself.
That's what actually what went through my mind at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking that yelling other people did not really care,
Mm-hmm.
so I might as well just keep on doing it my way. It is actually a very flawed way of thinking, though, because you cannot have a club without people. You know?
Right.
It's called
Exactly.
a club for a reason.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I went through that period of one semester of doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
There was no activity. Imagine, you do something every semester when it begins, and it's like the first thing that you look up to when you start the semester, and then suddenly it doesn't happen anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Vanished, everything.
Mm-hmm.
People are gone.
Like the adrenaline dropped down.
Yeah.
Correct?
So that
That
entire
people-
semester,
like
I was.
you mentioned in the earlier just now, you said 30 people went to the first meeting, and 10 people, and then
Yep. It's going down.
only TJ.
Yeah, I was the only one left. So yeah, I was going through a period of time in which I lost myself. Like the way that I was looking at myself, the way that I was seeing myself, it was completely rendered to dust.
Why?
Because I
Because of that
identify
person.
myself with the club, and when it was gone, there was nothing else to believe in,
Alright.
right? So I had to return to ABAC, and yeah, it was a terrible semester. I wasn't doing well. I skipped classes and could not keep up with my study. Yeah, because I was going to go to class, and I would question myself, what am I doing here? What's the point? Now that everybody is gone and there's only me around here. There's really no point to this. And I was actually thinking about quitting ABAC.
At one point?
Yeah,
When?
it was in my third year.
Okay.
I was like, what's the point? I might as well just get out of here and
Right.
find something else to do.
Because of debate?
Largely, yeah.
Largely because of debate. Wow.
But I kept going because it is something that I enjoy doing very much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the feeling when you go into a debate round, even if you're not debating, but as a judge,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I was doing. I was going alone as a judge.
Yeah, you were
Um,
showing photos about you in the multiple tournaments.
Yeah.
Chula.
So yeah, in a debate
YOLO.
tournament, right, you can go either as a debater or a judge. If you want to debate, you need a team. So
Yes.
a team has to have at least 3 people. In like an Asian tournament. But British parliamentary, you need 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if you go alone, there's really no debating for you. But even as a judge, it was still very interesting. It was still very exciting because you get to be a part of that debate.
Mm-hmm.
You get to feel what's going on in the room.
You get to
And
see-
yeah, like I was as alive as when I was debating. I was as alive judging as when I was debating.
the adrenaline came back up.
Yeah,
Like you felt the excitement the first time you felt when you were debating for the first time in ABAC, something like that.
something like that. Yeah, I was feeling alone, sure, when I went to these competitions by myself, but when I got into the debate room, it was gone. I was back up again. Yeah, I was back up to doing my job. I was like bringing out my notes and
You
writing.
felt like you felt at home.
I felt at home. Yeah.
Felt at home. I get what you mean by that.
Yeah.
It's like an adult who doesn't, for example, how do you say, skateboard? An adult who used to skateboard a lot when he was a kid, and suddenly he stopped because reality sinks in, sits in, and then he has to do all those responsibilities. And then one day, at 30 years old, he decided to go back skateboard for one time, and then once he got onto that board, he felt like, wow, this is my place.
Mm.
Like you felt like the debate was your place,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's very well put.
Now I see why you wanted to bring back debate so much. Okay.
Yeah.
Fast forward. You got some pretty incredible members as well, like Alvin and Sanjit, your group as well.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about those moments for a bit. Share with us. It was 2 years ago? Or a year ago?
Longer.
Long ago?
Yes, Sanjit was just leaving ABAC last year, so
Okay.
yeah, like the time we were together, it was like years ago. What do you want to know? There were like so many moments,
Really? Not just with them.
so many
but
memories.
with many people as well.
Yeah.
Arthur Jazz.
Yeah,
Alvin, Sanjit.
so many people.
Where did you guys went though? Like all the competitions. Like
Well,
overseas?
I was going to Malaysia and
Malaysia?
Japan.
Japan. Did you manage to went to Cape Town?
No,
No, right?
I didn't make it to Cape Town.
What about in Thailand?
Yeah, in Thailand, I was around. I was at Thammasat. I was at Chula. I was at Panyarat High School. Yeah, so
Being as a like judge for the big competition.
Both,
right?
both.
Both.
yeah, anything in my power to represent this institution.
What about the most recent debate competition?
The
that you
most
went to?
recent
Yeah.
debate competition.
Which is at Chula, right?
Yeah, EU in Thailand debate championship, national debate championship in Chula, August 2019.
Which is this month.
Yeah, last month.
A few weeks ago. This one. It's
Wait,
August.
hold
right?
on.
It's August 21st.
August?
today.
Wait, hold
You
on.
mentioned last month as well yesterday.
It felt like last month.
And it felt like last month, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah, we went, but my teammates were all new to debate, and I am not good enough to just carry the debate by myself. So, yeah, naturally we lost, but we did quite well. We won 3 out of 6, so we were this close to breaking into quarter.
Okay.
It was not too bad.
Who are you guys up against?
Well, mostly a bunch of high school teams. Yeah, so we went against Triam, Udam Suk. We went against Panyarat High School and some other schools that I cannot remember their names.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Chula was the champion.
Chula was the
so,
champion.
yeah, good for them. Yeah, I love the Chula people.
So everybody speaks English there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an international
What
competition.
was the topic then? What did you guys talk about? Debate about?
Yeah, we talked about a lot of topics ranging from international politics to feminism to race relations, environmental issues.
Comparing the speech that you made in Chula and comparing the first time, how did you feel? Did you ever like had a moment when you
I felt assured.
you felt assured?
No, but actually, even at that time in Kuala Lumpur,
Mhm.
even though I had to go against like hardcore people,
Okay.
hardcore debaters, I was still, or at least trying my best to be self-assured. Even though I did not know what I was saying 5 years ago, but I was trying anyway. And yeah, I was not afraid to do that. And I'm not afraid now. You know the feeling when you go against something greater than yourself,
Yeah.
and it is that moment for you to bring yourself to a test, and you know that it's do or die that moment, and you want to you know that you have to try your best.
And you push yourself to the limit, to the edge,
Yeah,
to see how far you can go.
yeah, that's the feeling I've had.
Okay.
The greatest opponent, in my opinion, is not really some other school, some other debater, some other people, but yourself.
Teaching.
Yeah, like
TJ
you are the
against
only
TJ.
one who stand in front of your argument. You are the one who stand in front of your ideas. You know, the way that you convey that ideas. So yeah, it is actually myself that I was going against to be able to bring it out.
You know, as a friend, to be honest, since the first year I came here, like since the first time I met you as well, I think it was in Toastmasters Club as well. And after that, we went for the beer with like Passion, Arthur, Sean,
Oh yeah,
Matong, and Odin. Right?
Oh,
Remember?
oh yeah,
Do you
the
remember
olden,
that? Yeah.
the olden time.
Yeah, we were talking about so many like law of attraction stuff and philosophical stuff. And from that time, also seeing your how like the moment that you said you went into the downturn, and you sort of like neglect everything else, and then sort of living in your own world, and like not talking to anybody, not going to classes, skipping classes, dropping classes, and then seeing you now, like having this energy to bring back the club, and understanding now more because you explained how important it is to you. It really gave me a sense of how, like a hope. Like you said, your biggest opponent is yourself. So, also like from one of the Toastmaster Nam, she said, when you change your mind, you change your life. So I'm
Right.
saying that you're having this shift, this quantum shift, something like that. That you're
Maybe.
bringing all the adrenaline up again.
Well, it is my last semester, so
Right.
I have nothing to lose. Like even if I'm gonna make a fool out of myself, it doesn't really matter anymore because I'll be gone. And
Might as well do your best, right?
yeah, like I know I would regret it if in the future I would be somewhere else, not ABAC, and I would be thinking about this day, regretting that I did not try my best. And all of those people, right? You see John, Yuma, Abby, like they gave the club to me, like they entrusted the club in my keeping, and I was not able to keep it going. Yeah, it feels like I did something wrong. It feels like it was my responsibility. And there were moments during club meetings and organizing that I felt like I could have done better. I could have been someone whom people believe in. And I was not that person, right?
Do you happen to find out why? For some
Maybe I
reason.
was not confident enough. Maybe I was not trying my best to bring people together. Whatever the reason, it doesn't really matter now.
Oh, yeah.
And honestly, I don't care. the
Like
point,
gone be bygone.
yeah, the point is, I want to be that person, right? I want to be that person that people believe in.
That people look up to.
Well, you don't have to look up to me. You
Okay.
just have to believe me when I say that I care deeply about this. I want to make it happen, and I'm going to try my best to make it happen.
Okay.
That's all.
And what would the people, if, for example, if I'm watching this video right now, how would you convince me to join debate?
How would I convince you?
Shit.
Oh shit.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. For example, if I'm watching this video, why would I join the debate club then? This is your last semester.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I don't join, what happens to me? I get to join another club. If I join, what would happen to me? What are the benefits that I will get? Because I saw a video last night by this guy called Patrick Bet-David. He talked about some really, how do you say, realistic stuff.
Now, this is the part where it gets tricky. You ready? What benefit do you offer to have a relationship with you? Let me ask that one more time. What is the benefit program of being a friend with you, or working with you, or wanting to get closer to you? What's the benefit?
Right?
I don't think I agree with that, man.
Yeah.
Do we befriend someone because we can get something out of them? Yeah, I don't believe in that. I don't believe that you gotta get something out of something to believe in it,
Mm-hmm.
right? That if you don't get benefits out of a friend, then you're gonna stop being friend with them, right? If you love your friend, if you love to be in a relationship with someone,
Mm-hmm.
you want to be able to believe in them, to do whatever you can to make them happy, to care for them, right? I never asked for anything when I joined debate.
Okay.
You know, it's just something that I care deeply about,
Mm-hmm.
and I want people to believe in that too. Yeah, like even though at the expense of not being able to sleep, to sleep early, at the expense of not being able to complete your assignment, at the expense of missing class, because we do go to like competitions sometimes, and yeah, like you know, like we used to have this like marketing thing that we tell people, hey, if you join, we're gonna get you to all these places like Malaysia and Japan, Tokyo,
Cape Town.
Cape Town, Hong Kong, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, when we promise people something, that's what they're gonna look forward. You know,
Yeah.
they're gonna look forward to these trips. They're gonna look forward to the benefits, the rewards. But the point of debate is not about those things. It is about, you know, you believing in yourself, that you are willing to put yourself and your ideas out there to be challenged. Because precisely you have the right to be heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I get what you
You know?
Yeah.
And but yeah, let me try to put it in a better context so
Okay.
that it would relate to the people who are listening to this.
Debate club.
Okay, so essentially debate is a nerdy club, okay? I'm not gonna lie. In debate, we talk about nerdy things, and we're gonna wanna try to sound like a smarty pant. Okay? We talk about international politics, we talk about social issues, we talk about the pressing problems of our time, and the topics are complicated, and you may not be able to maybe understand it all the time. But even if you're not interested in that angle, right, there's another dimension for you that I think, you know, the reason why you should join debate is precisely because sometimes it is not enough for people to just listen to you, right? Yeah, that's, you know, you go to other clubs, you do public speaking, and yeah, people would be respectful, and they would listen to you, and they would tell you that, hey, well done, your speech is good. Yeah, but are they gonna truly listening to you?
Mm-hmm.
Are they gonna truly picking apart your ideas and truly appreciating? What debate does is that it gives you the ability to come out and say that you're gonna listen to me, not because it is nice to do so, but because what I have to say is important. Yeah, It is important to me, it is important to you, and it is important in the grand scheme of things. And we have to talk about this, and we have to have different ideas, opposing ideas, and we have to bring those ideas together and decide what is going to be the best solution. Yeah. It's not enough for people to just lay back and enjoy your speech. They have to be able to
Correct.
understand it, analyze it.
Correct. Right.
Yeah. And, life is not easy.
Yeah.
Sometimes there would be someone who is louder than you, someone who is smarter than you, someone who is more charismatic than you, trying to put you down using speech. And you're not gonna get away with that, get away from it by being nice, right? By asking them to listen, because people just don't listen, right? You have to tell them that you have to listen to me. One reason why we should have a debate club in ABAC is that if we don't have a club, a permanent club, a permanent community in which people would be welcomed into, then we're gonna lose this activity forever. And the debate club in ABAC has a long history dating back to the 1990s. It was actually the first international club in ABAC, if I can recall it.
Debate first.
It was, debate, the first club that international students could come and participate. There were a lot of people coming to the club at the time because everyone was like, wow, this is something that we can actually do in English. It's awesome. Yeah, we need a club because a club is a structure that keeps on going from generation to generation. If we don't have that continuity, then there would be no activities in the future to come. So yeah, I want to leave behind that legacies when I leave ABAC. I want that activity to keep on going, to keep on growing.
You reminded me of one quote that says,
Yeah.
being great is starting something that doesn't end with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about being great. We're all just doing our part.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I just have to step up because the club only has me now. There are other people, but I don't think there's anyone in the school who is still holding on to this tradition as much as I do.
I can see that.
Very few people have been there, right? Very few people have had the
Exactly.
experience of going to a tournament, losing,
And then keep going on
suffering,
again.
and then keep going on again and again until they feel that they have that one shot at victory. And it feels so good.
That's good. I wish you all the best. And we see what.
Are we done here?
Yeah.
Oh man, you can never say enough,
Right.
Like,
Right.
I wish I could structure this better.
It's okay, man. You still have how long? Is this your last semester? No, right?
It is.
It is your last semester. Perhaps we can do another interview before you go, or in later times, in a few months maybe.
Okay.
Right. This is not the first and the last interview. Come on now.
But people are gonna listen to this and, I don't know. Do you think I'm convincing enough?
I think it is. There's a lot of convincing point already captured in video. Because it's very personal for you. This is very personal. This club, the traditions, how you want it to be is very personal to you. So I think people could understand on a personal level. So if they could catch that, then you might get a shot at bringing this back to life.
Okay.
Do you feel like you have something more to say?
I do.
You do. A
I,
lot.
I always feel that way, man.
You always feel that way, right?
Like every time after a debate, because you only have 7 minutes to put out your
Correct.
points, so
Yes.
you cannot say everything that you want to say. So yeah, there's always this feeling that more have to be said. And I just cannot recall what.
Live to fight another day.
What?
Live to fight another day.
Live to fight another day.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we have to keep fighting, man. We have to keep trying to communicate, doing our best.
How about this? We finish this interview, and then we'll see like within a few weeks or a few months, we give an update, and we do one more interview to see how the progress is doing.
Okay.
And so
Well, I don't know if we can afford that time because it's going to be midterm soon.
after midterm.
The thing is, I want to be able to push this as fast as possible. So
Yeah,
that-
I mean this video can be out like within a week, but
oh, for like.
what I'm talking about is like the after this video.
Oh, okay.
What
okay.
progress had you made after this video?
Okay.
Right.
That's an interesting idea.
Right.
Let me try to think of one more thing to say
Okay.
before we end this.
Okay.
Um,
About what? About debate? About
yeah,
legacy?
Yeah.
About leaving a legacy behind.
I guess what I'm trying to do right now with debate is pretty much the same feeling that I'm going through, is that I want to be able to communicate, right? I want to reach people. I want to make myself understood. And yeah, that is the point of debate, is for you to be understood. Yeah.
All right. We hope that the audience understand you.
Hopefully. Hey, we're gonna do this again. This is
Yeah.
not gonna be the last time.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Both cameras. Trust me, I'll be back.
All right. So we're gonna end this video. Today is 21st of August, 2019, Wednesday.
I'm gonna entrust you with all the editing, man.
Thanks for the trust.
Make sure this looks coherent.
I'll do my best.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
It's good having you here and enjoy the water. Right. I think that's about it. I'll just stop this.